Hello, Andrew Guerin here. I've been inspired by a fellow YouTuber to make a tutorial video on hybrid picking. A few weeks ago I saw a guitar player by the name of Rob Chapman. He was here in Minnesota doing the Riff City grand opening. And some guy asked the questions like, oh, what's the best way to get into hybrid picking? And he put a name out in the room, which was Magic Sam. And a lot of people didn't really know who Magic Sam was, mostly because they're there for Rob Chapman and his kind of music, which is that shreddy type. But Magic Sam is an old Chicago blues guy, and he did not really use a pick. He just kind of used like two fingers doing the slapping thing. But the way that Rob kind of adapted it is kind of a cool way, and probably one of the better songs to get into hybrid picking. So I'm gonna do a lesson on it. So we're in the key of A, and the song is Looking Good. So you first start off with a regular chord, and you kind of use your 2 or 3 fingers to pluck the B, G, and D string while you're playing the bass notes with the pick. So if you're playing A, just like that, and then sometimes he'll add in, well, every other note he'll add in the G, so he'll go. So just getting that kind of vibe first is probably the best way to start. So just getting like that. Next we starts to put in different kind of notes, and for the most part he just puts in the A major scale. So it'll be so the notes he adds in is going to be the 3rd fret on the B string. So it goes. So 3rd fret in the B string, and then with your pinky, you're going to stretch on the 5th fret of the G string. So it'll sound like this. That kind of slide thing at the end, it's just what it sounds like. I think it's just the bass guitar. You don't have to do that. Then he kind of makes a different variation where he has the pinky on the 5th string, 5th fret on the high E string, and then kind of does the same thing on the B string and the G string, so like this. So the walk down for that would be the high E string goes from the 5th fret, pinky, and with your middle finger do the 3rd fret, high E string, and then also with the middle finger, B string, 3rd fret, and then G string with the pinky again. So the root notes would be, or the accent notes would be. And there's a great video out there with Magic Sam playing it live, and he kind of does this like a true solo, as in he just kind of plays by himself, with the band kind of cuts out, but he's still playing the bass note, the A string, and he kind of does a bit of a breakdown. So this is where he transitions to the 4, which is the D. So it goes like that. So that is just kind of like a double. So you're going to be hitting the A string the whole time, and then on the B string on the 5th fret, and then on the E string the 3rd fret. So you're just kind of playing kind of like a C, I guess, just the very top notes. And then do the same thing, kind of like you'd play the top of a D, like an open D. So you'd play a B string on the 3rd fret, and then a high E string on the 2nd fret. And then kind of like you're playing an open C, the open E string, and then B on the 1st fret. So it'll sound like this, but obviously playing the bass string the whole time. And then he goes to the 4, which would be the D. But he plays the open D, as you assume, and then kind of does this weird kind of shuffle thing. It sounds like this. That is just pretty much playing the top 3 strings of a D chord, a bar D chord, but play it with all your fingers, and then with your pinky you're accenting it with the 8th fret in the high E string, and then the 7th fret in the high E string, kind of bouncing back and forth like a. And it just goes back to the 1 after kind of a while doing that. And he kind of rotates between those 3 variations with in the very beginning, which was the. And for the very end, which is kind of like a wrap up, he does C, D, then back to A. The best way to make it sound really good is to play really, really choppy, especially playing it very simple. You just go. So that always sounds best. Magic Sam's a very, very cool player. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. Obviously not your typical hybrid picker, which you'd expect, but regardless, I say, pretty good.